Why in the world did you guys do this? As soon as I saw that first day, I said, there's no way I do this at all.
Well, our answer is why wouldn't you do this? Like there's so much to learn. We did it because we wanted to learn something. We did it because we want to change in our life. We keep doing the same patterns every day, every day. And the only way you're going to change that is if you make a change in your life. So we went backwards so that way we can change some things in the way we look at things and think about things.
Okay, so now I don't want to be mean or I call you out or anything, but Jeremy, you seemed like you were kind of combative with the other people. Was that was that one of the things you wanted to work on?
I don't know. I don't know really. Um, yeah, why not? I want to work on that.
Well, I mean, I was fascinated in watching you, but I thought, oh wow, you're out here in the middle of nowhere and you just have your family that you would talk to?
No, we had the others, but sometimes things, happen. I don't know what I don't know what you saw because I haven't watched the whole thing.
Okay, all
So
right.
I don't know what you saw and what you're getting at. But like anything, you have your issues with maybe your neighbors or whatever. And like I said, I don't know what you saw or what you've seen, but yeah, we had some differences there. Um, but
Does it
yeah,
resolve?
I don't know.
Oh, no, 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 you can't do this to me. Okay,
Sorry.
Is it Mia it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Why were you not out plowing the field?
Right?
I chose to stay home that day and help with the womanly chores that
But
day.
yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be a possibility that a woman your age would go out and help in the field?
You would think, but we were separated, kind of men and women tasks. So usually that was considered more of a man task. So I was put home to stay home and do the womanly chores that day.
I felt sorry for your brother. Can I tell you? I thought, oh, come on, let's have the whole family out here and we'll do something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we work as a family. Like where somebody needs help and anybody jumps in, no matter if you're a woman or a man. And it was a tough thing to adjust to as women. Um, we want to be strong and we're strong too, so why can't we do it? And we had to stay behind and do the laundry and the cooking, and we had to adjust to that.
Did any of the recipes carry over to real life now? I mean, like you say, oh, let's make whatever.
Absolutely. Our son Jet is our ice cream maker. We don't buy ice cream anymore. He makes ice cream for us now. So yeah, absolutely. They're making all our own butter, pickles, bread. A lot has changed, Bruce.
Wow, that is unreal because
Yeah.
it's just too easy going to store, I think. That's me
Yeah.
talking. Um, it was 8 weeks. Is that how long you were there?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, so the first day must have been just awful, right? That was the hardest day. But what
Yeah, it
was
was.
it?
Well, it was full of emotions. It was exciting because we're finally here. We're getting to what we've been thinking in our minds, right? Preparing to go out there. And then it was hard because we realized, okay, now we're here and we're staying. We're not going home. We're not getting our phones back. We have to eat this food that we don't want to eat. We have to sleep in those two tiny beds and share this tiny space together. So it was very hard.
Okay,
But
where do you get the lessons to make a bed? Because I was like gobsmacked at that. Here he's like doing the ropes across, and had you had that in your background, or was that in the Farmer's Almanac?
There's a little bit in the Farmer's Almanac, but there's no directions. It's kind of like a little bit of pictures and they give you an explanation. I had to figure it out. I do have a lot of woodworking experience. Lena and I do renovations. We flip houses. We make home decor as well. But with the 1880s tools and the way we had to joint things, like it was all new to me. And it was make or break, do or die.
Who got that bed?
the girls.
The girls got that bed.
Was it
Yeah.
okay? Was it comfortable, or
It was surprisingly comfortable, yeah. It was,
this
it really was.
the straw would kill me? I think that would be a difficult thing too. And then at night, what time would you go to bed?
Like as soon as the sun went down, as soon as there was no more light.
Yeah, I mean,
sort of.
depending. It
Yeah.
depend. Sometimes we would have dinner and we had to go outside and do dishes in the dark. But we tried to go to bed when the sun went down because we had to be up when the sun came up.
Not me. I stayed up all night. I don't sleep much, so there
Yeah.
was a lot of chores to do. I worked in the garden at nighttime a lot. I went outside, played my guitar, wrote music, uh, sang to the stars and the trees.
What did your friends back home say after they found out about this?
They
Were they
don't really understand
surprised?
it. A lot of them don't understand it, and a lot of them are seeing the commercials and stuff, and they're starting to get it, but they don't really understand it. They don't understand why we would do it, but they really appreciate it now once they see it. It looks amazing, so they get it now.
Yeah,
So
it's a hard pitch. It's a unique show. It's interesting. So it's kind of like it's a lot of like weird stares. Like, oh, okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But I was in for 3 episodes right away. I had to see it all because I had to see how this was working out. How often could you visit the other people? Was that just as they planned, or could you just, I'd hang out all day. We'll sit around. We'll share the candy that we bought at the candy store.
That's the thing. We had the freedom of being able to do that, but you had to live. You had a life to like we had to fetch water. We had to make a fire to boil water. So your downtime was planning your life. We had two outfits basically. We inherited someone else's clothes, right? They didn't even fit us. So we had to make them work. But the next day, there's a crew showing up and you had to be on camera. So you had to do your best to look your best. So when the cameras weren't on, the lights, when the sun went down, it was preparing yourself to eat, preparing yourself for the next day. So there was all kinds of chores that we had to do. There wasn't hanging out. Like some of the families, yeah, they hung out. We made a really nice home for ourselves. We spent all our free time making a better life for us.
Would you build a house now because of that? Would you, find a piece of land somewhere and say, let's kind of recreate this, or is it one and done?
No, we would absolutely. In fact, we're looking to move for more land for those reasons. We want the biggest garden, the biggest orchard. We want a pond stocked with our own fish. Like we want to go all out and relive this. Like we did this for a reason, Bruce. We didn't do this just to be on TV. We did it to change our lives and to learn something. And we want to show everybody and teach the world what we've learned. Like we're getting too far ahead of ourselves, you know? And you need to really rethink things. You need to really rethink where you're getting your food and what you're putting in your body. And that's what it taught us. We grew our own food. We didn't grow it because it looked good. We didn't eat it because, we wanted to try that. We ate it because we had nothing else and we had to. This is all we had. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, well, when you got the phone back, were you all quickly calling people, or did you say, I can let it go?
Me, I'm different. I embrace letting it go. I didn't want to get back into it, and unfortunately, we're tied to that. Like, I don't want to be on the phone, but we have to. Social media sucks because if you're not involved, you're left out, and like, I don't want to be involved with that. I could care less about it, but I have to maintain a status. Otherwise, I get left behind. That's where we're at. Like my business, our work, we have to have a presence. Otherwise, nobody knows about us. And nowadays, you got to up it. You got to look great and wow them in the first 5 seconds. Otherwise,
The
you lose.
selfie.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, did you call people right away? Were you thrilled to get it back? Because you would seem like you'd be that person.
Yeah, it would seem like that, but when I first held that phone, I was like, what the heck? It was so weird. Even like opening my phone, I was like, oh my gosh, it was such a weird experience, like opening that phone for the first time. But honestly, I was just like, I don't really want anything to do with it right now. I'm so used to not having it. I need to like slowly get back into it. So yeah, it was kind of like, okay, cool.
So you can cut your time on a phone.
Yes.
You can really do it. Because to me, that would be the biggest value, I think, is I would be not as dependent on my phone. I would be able to know, yeah, I can do without it. I don't need to have this.
I think I definitely did take something away from the experience, time management, not spending so much time being distracted by social media and just doing more for myself.
What were you surprised that you could do?
I'm, there was a lot of things that it was just so
Yeah.
unique to me, like things like Doing laundry outside, never done that. Cooking on a wooden stove, never done that. There were just so many things. It's a lot that I
Well,
did
yeah,
not think I could do.
they started making fires, like they were like excited to make a fire on the stove, and it was like their thing to do, and it was exciting for them, and they've never done that. They've never cooked on a wood fire stove, but we were doing it, and they were embracing every little thing, and every little thing like that. That's very small, starting a wood fire so you could cook, but it was a big thing in our world back then.
When you're so caught up with your own friends, though, how is it not having friends around?
You know, I don't know if I had a lot of friends to begin with. We're really close as a family, and I truly do love my family. They are like my best friends, so they're all I needed, to be honest.
But she has
Okay,
her sister, so they're very
sure.
close. So she
Yeah.
had like her best friend really with her
Exactly.
also.
Who grew the most in all of this?
Well, I was told that I grew a lot out there, Bruce, you know.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll see that as you watch the whole thing.
As I line you up as the villain of the whole thing,
I
right?
know,
You could
right?
do that, and then maybe hopefully you'll change your mind later on, or maybe you'll be like, oh yeah, no,
That guy's a jerk.
he's
Yeah,
still doing kind of
still did it. I was right in first impression. I got him right there. But when you left, how do you say goodbye to this place?
it was hard for
It's
us.
very hard. Yeah, it was hard for us. Like we were really attached to the whole experience. The land was so beautiful. I mean, you don't get any better country than that, you know?
Was the weather bad ever? Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
weather started changing. It started getting really cold. Winter was coming, and we definitely felt it.
it was hard in the beginning. It was really hot. The mosquitoes were vicious. It was crazy. And then they left, and then the flies came, and then they left, and then the bees came, and then, it just was one thing after another. You know,
Oh, no, no,
was
no.
it dusty? It was mud, you know?
When you look back now, have you watched? You haven't, Jeremy. You haven't watched any, but have the others? No, you haven't.
I've
No,
only seen the first episode.
yeah, all
That's
of
it.
us.
So, do you think you come off well? I mean, is it like how you would like to be presented, or do you say,
I like to act in my best behavior, as if my grandma's in the room, So when you step out of line, that's never good. I don't know what's shown. I know that it wasn't great. But it happened, and maybe it'll draw people in, and maybe they'll pick sides and have favorites, and it's gonna make for good content. I mean, it's real life, if nobody's ever gotten in a dispute with your neighbor or whatever, then maybe you're not living. I don't
all the
know.
time, all the time? Come on. What advice would you give somebody coming onto this show?
You got to have patience, and you got to have an open mind, and be willing to change and accept something different,
And embrace it. Don't fight it. Just embrace it, and you'll do good.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I wish I had the guts to do it. I don't. But it was sure fun to watch you guys. I was cheering when all those things happened. And when I saw that bed, I tell you, it was like Ethan Allen was working right in front of me. So there you go.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.